Can y'all hear me?
Yes. So whenever you're ready, Toka.
Okay. Welcome to the call this evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Utoka Robinson, and listen, I am so fired up and excited. This is the year of advance for our team. Listen, tonight is January the 17th. 17. What? I am super excited because we not only have one amazing team, but we have two. So there's not going to be only nuggets, there's going to be boulders dropped on this evening. And I am so excited about this training call this evening. I am just your host and not your presenter. Again, my name is Utoka Robinson, and we're going to start with an opening prayer by Miss Rhonda Kitt. Miss Kitt, take it away.
Good evening. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, we can. Loud and clear. Go ahead.
All righty. I'll just ask everyone to pray along with me as I pray aloud. Thank you, Father, for this day and the grace and mercy that you bestowed upon us to this very moment. Thank you for this group, for the people within it. Thank you, Lord God, for the guests. Thank you for our leader who saw the forth start to bind us together in this group. Father, bless us individually and collectively in this company, TLC. Continue to give us the spirit of learning, the spirit of camaraderie, the spirit of open-mindedness, the spirit of understanding, and the spirit of change if necessary. Help us to speak from our hearts and then from our mind. Father, help us to be a blessing, and in your due season be blessed. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Thank you so much, Miss Kidd, for that awesome prayer as usual. I love starting our training calls with prayer. So awesome and amazing. Thank you for being on the line on this evening. Next, we're going to have our announcements. Now, I am going to introduce to you an amazing, phenomenal woman by the name of Miss Beverly Knox Davis. Now, listen, she is a mother of two, a project manager for corporate America, owns a nonprofit organization called A Brighter Day Ministries, and has been in the business for 2 years. Now, not only that, ladies and gentlemen, but she's the owner of Doc It Up, which is a documentation and marketing company. Now, I'm going to move out of your way and let Miss Beverly Knox Davis take it away. Miss Davis, go ahead, please.
Thank you so much, Utoka. And please let me know if you can hear me okay.
Yes, I can hear you. Okay, take it away.
All right, excellent, excellent. All right, well, thank you all so very much. I am excited. Team No Excuses and Team Go for Gold are here this evening, and I'm just excited about everything that we will be sharing here tonight. So just some quick announcements. Prepping for Valentine's Day, we talked about that in our last session, but papermart.com has some fabulous ideas for packaging up, you know, your Strike Up in Love, and also, you know, all of the other little goodies, and with your NutriBurst minis and in whatever else that you want to put in the little bags. They have some of the best packaging for little of nothing. So just check out their site. They even have some heart-shaped mesh bags with the little drawstring that you can use to just for packaging purposes. So people will be looking for something different to do for Valentine's Day. So check that out. Also, our vision board party was rescheduled from January 7th due to the snow and ice here in the Charlotte area. So we have rescheduled that for February 4th. And we will also have more details on that. I'm actually working this evening to get all of the details lined up, and then I will open up the Eventbrite again so that we can invite some of our friends and other business partners to the event as well. So that's that for that. Events and meetings, always attend every event that you qualify for. We just want to make sure that everybody is getting all of the boulders and nuggets and everything from all of the events that our leaders are taking the time to come and share with us. So make sure that you're doing that. Check your back office every single day, several times a day. I know Utoka and I were in line in Raleigh, and there were some people that didn't even know their IBO number. Sad, sad, sad. That should be engraved in your brain. It's a part of you. So making sure that you are logging in, checking, and making sure that no glitches have happened, no situations have happened, with making sure you have your carryover there, that checking your auto ship reports, making sure that everybody on your left and your right are doing what they're supposed to be doing, and that you've secured yourself. So just make sure that we're doing that in our back office every day. And all of our trainings, just for team trainings or any of our leaders outside of the big event, make sure that you're attending those as well. If you can't come for whatever reason, please be sure to listen to the recordings. Very important. Personal development, extremely important. There needs to be some type of a reading or courses that you're going through at all times, just so that we're bettering ourselves, and then bringing that back to the team and those that are joining our efforts. So making sure that we do that, and then make new friends every single day, not just on social media. Get out and about, and we're going to talk about that just a little bit. So that's all that I had from an announcement perspective. So Utoka, I'll turn it back over to you.
All right, thank you so much. Next, I would like to introduce to you Angela Boykin. She is a fitness coach, ladies and gentlemen. She lost 30 pounds in the past 2 months and over 65 pounds total. Wow. She is a motivational speaker and has reached one of the top positions in the company as director. Now listen, Miss Boykin is a God-fearing woman. As an ordained elder, health ambassador, she loves to have fun and is passionate about helping women and men reach their goals and taking it to the next level. Miss Boykin, have you made it to the line?
Yes, I have. Can you hear me?
I sure can, loud and clear, and I can see your beautiful face.
Woo! Won't he do it? Won't God do it?
Do it just in time.
Look at God. Well, I am so excited to be a part of this training. It's truly a blessing when God does awesome things and brings two wonderful powerhouses together, two awesome teams together to do big things. So I'm still excited from this. Truly, if you don't know that you are in the right business at the right time, get again, because from the word go, it was on fire. From the word go. Oh my goodness. I mean, from the pastor that opened up, I mean, he set the tone from the get-go. So I don't want to be on too long because we got some powerhouses coming up. But I did want to talk about the nuggets that I got from the event. One of the nuggets that I got from the event was TLC. Dr. Kim Edwards, she broke that down so phenomenal. She said the first thing is to set your target for the task. So many times we set things up and we go about our weeks, but we don't really have anything intentional. We serve an intentional God, so we need to be intentional. Everything that we do, from the sales that we get, from anytime we make a sale, anytime we go ahead and set up our calendars, everything that we do needs to be intentional. So if you want to be a director, if you want to have 500 sales, if you want to be big time like Beverly Knox and have 1,500, set your goals. Simple. Go above what you would think that you can, or take the limits off your business. And then the third thing you talked about was your conscious mind. What are we doing with our mindset? Are positive things going in our mind or negative things going in our mind? First, tell yourself that you can do it, and guess what? You can do it. If you think you're bad, then you are.
If you're not speaking, if you would, please.
Can you guys hear me? Because I hear a lot of feedback.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I'm trying to get, let me see. There we go. Sorry.
Okay. All right, great. So I'm not going to be before you long, but the last thing they talked about was the fact for consciousness. What are we doing with our mind? We need to make sure that we need to speak it and see that we can do it, and then let it be done. And then the last thing is the purpose of the calendar. That literally changed my life. The man that spoke, Jared Wilkins, talked about the fact that 70% of success in network marketing is with your calendars and home-based business. So if you're not making any money for the week, guess what? Look at your calendar. If you didn't get a check for the week and you had a blank calendar, that's the reason why. Book from book to booking. Book home shows. Book one-on-ones, book two-on-twos, book and book your calendars, and that's how you're going to get a success. But the last thing that I got from the event, that everybody that walked on that stage, everybody that had a testimony, the number one thing that they had was that they made a decision. Everybody on this line and everybody on our team, you got to make a decision. If you're going to be in the business, let's be all in. If not, then quit. But make a decision that you're going to have a great success with the business. See what God will do. I'm going to turn it back to our leaders on the line.
Please, can you for me? Well, you have your boyfriend Rollo do it.
All right. Yatoka.
Promising our wedding vows.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take it. If you would, please put your phone on mute. Or at the bottom of the screen, there is a mute button. If you would just mute out if you're not speaking.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great, fantastic. I'm not going to be before you long, ladies and gentlemen, but I would like to talk to you about a new product. Now, I don't know if you have seen this
Now, hold
on
on,
social
hold
media
on.
yet.
You know what? I need to edify you, don't I, Miss Yatoka?
Yes, ma'am, but it's okay. I throw it back to you for a second. Go ahead, boo.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we gonna do this right.
It's all right.
So Mr. Token is going to come before us to talk about the new product that was introduced at our Raleigh event. So just to give you a little bit of information about her, she is one half of this amazing power couple that I just love. I love them both so much. Her and her husband have been in Total Life Changes for a year and have lost a combined total of 77 pounds. Woo, woo. Yatoka has an MBA in human resources and is a full-time real estate auditor for corporate America. Her husband is a full-time truck driver for a major company. They've reached the leadership rank of director, all while working this business part-time. So please just take it away, Miss Wonderful Yatoka.
Thank you so much, Miss Beverly or Miss Davis, for that awesome introduction. Listen, guys, but this new product, guys, I mean, Total Life Changes keeps getting gooder and gooder. And I know that that's not really a word, but I mean, I'm telling you, Jack Fallon is just simply a favorite product called Pro Shot. Shot is a protein shot. It's a hydrolyzed collagen protein supplement. Now, this is the newest product. Like I said, it's in our nutrition and weight loss line. Now, this collagen protein shot is a 2-ounce bottle of power. It's packed with 20 grams of protein per shot. Now, you are bound to feel these effects immediately. Now, this performance dietary supplement is perfect to repair the. It's super amazing after a workout. Guys, I can't wait to use this myself. Now, the collagen protein is formulated to bring the elasticity back into the skin to help to tone the muscles, okay, and the sagging skin during your weight loss journey. So we have a lot of people out there losing the weight. Their skin has not been able to snatch back. So this Pro Shot is able to do that along while giving you the protein that you need. It's going to, it's great for your hair. Results inside of your body, guys. Now, ladies and gentlemen, now this is the collagen. Let me just explain about collagen. Collagen is the second most abundant substance in your body. First, our body is made of water, and then it's made of collagen. So what this does, it really repairs it, and it gives the body the collagen that it needs, because we lose collagen in our bodies. Be released to the rest of the IBOs and to the public in March. But we were lucky to get, I got 2 bottles myself of this product. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, it is very important for you to make as many events as you can, because when they announce a new product, hey, you can snatch it up right then and there. Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to go ahead and give it back to, I believe it's Miss Nicole Nelson that's next I'm introducing. Is that correct?
I am actually going to be doing the retailing part next, and then Nikki.
Okay.
Yeah, Miss
Okay.
Nelson.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Well, Miss Davis, you go ahead and take it away, Miss Awesome and Amazing Leader. Go ahead.
All right, all right. So hopefully I keep seeing some signal issues, but I'm hoping I'll be able to get through speaking through the entire agenda for retailing. So I get excited when I have the opportunity to talk about retailing, because it just comes very easy for me just to be out and about and you know, sharing with people and, you know, being able to have that mindset of retailing to recruit. And so I'm just going to jump right in. And again, too, if you're not speaking, if you would put your Zoom on mute, and it should be at the bottom of your screen to the left, I believe, in the Zoom chat. All right, so one of the things that we normally do within this team is something that we've adopted from Jason L. Scott, and that is our white, blue, and red zone. So I'm just going to quickly jump through these particular slides. So the white zone is, you know, that begins on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You're doing your VGOs, you're retailing, you're sampling, you're doing your one-on-ones, your wow parties, prospecting. So within all of that, retailing is fully engaged within all of these things. So it had to be where you opened your mouth and you spoke to someone, you got out from behind social media. I don't care if it's standing in the line at the grocery store or, you know, picking up your kids from school, or, you know, whatever the case is, wherever you go. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. And then, of course, in the blue zone, where you get to your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you're still doing the same things. You're retailing, you're following up, you're showing the plan, you're doing your three-way calls, all which had to start from the point of retail. So, and then of course, the red zone is your Thursday. That's your crunch time. You're doing same thing, your retail, your signups, your upgrades, ranking up, and then making sure that you've become binary qualified, whatever that takes. But it always starts with telling someone about the products. So I'm just going to go back here. You know, I thought some very good information that was shared during the Raleigh event by Dr. Kim Edwards. And that was just to map it all out. You know, what are your steps? You make a decision that you're going to get out and you're going to talk to new people every day, that you're going to, you know, work your list and rework your list. So it starts simply in the mind with a decision. Once you write and rewrite your list, that list that you started out, like I've been in TLC now for 2 years. I do have my original list because I have some very faithful customers that I know what their particular rotations are if they're not on auto ship. So I know just about when to reach out to them. It's extremely important, just like Angie said, to have that calendar. I don't know what I would do without a calendar and my spreadsheet. You know, so it is just very, very important to once you write someone's name down and you get their phone number, you capture some information about them and the date that you originally talked with them. And then if they've done a month's supply of something, you make a notation that you contact that person a week before you know that they'll be out of product, just so that you can remind them, check in with them. It's not always about, hey, I know, you know, your product is about to be up, you need some more. You know, just be very personable in asking them, you know, how is their day, how's the family, any information that you can gather from any customer and make a note of it in your spreadsheet. Phenomenal way to do your follow-ups and not have to remember everything. You've noted, you know, they have 2 kids, a dog, you know, they live on the south side of Charlotte, you know, whatever, just anything that you can latch onto to make it a more personable situation when you do your follow-ups. Be a product of the product. I mean, we're all here. We have some phenomenal testimonies, myself included, with having a stroke in 2014, and, you know, to be on 6 medications and come off of that and just doing Total Life Changes products, and then the best health that I've been in, and 42 pounds lighter. So once you become a product of the product, oh my goodness, it is absolutely amazing how people will latch on to you, especially when they can sync with your story. Or if you don't have a testimony, then use somebody else's for the time being, but be on the product so that you can have your own story. Knowledge is power, and it educates your customers. I make sure that I learn something new about the products every single day. And that it takes a commitment, but I'll study the product so that, you know, when I have those naysayers, I have an immediate response. And 9 times out of 10, it turns them around when I have a response where they're like, my God, she's educated on these products. I'll never forget, I did an event, and this lady literally had WebMD pull up on her phone, and she was going against everything I had to say. And I had responses, but only because I had done my homework. So knowledge is power. I knew about the products, and she ended up spending $120 before she left the table. A complete naysayer. And WebMD didn't have nothing on me. So I was real excited about that. So you got to study and just find time. You know, it doesn't take a lot. And then you got to believe in what it is that you're representing with Total Life Changes. I am so confident And I come across that way. I believe in these products because, I mean, TLC saved my life. I was just spiraling into bad health and a lot of stress. And it's because of that doggone NutriBurst and that tea. My God, you know, I just don't ever want to be without it. So by the time they hear my passion and the fact that I believe in these products so much and I religiously take them and I carry them in my purse everywhere I go, I have my bag ready and information, blitz cards, the whole nine. To be able to share with people at the drop of a dime, which leads right into the next one. Stay ready. You have to always be ready for a party or VGO, your three-way calls, doing one-on-ones with your team, especially if you're building a team or a business. It's very, very, very important. Always have product on hand. It's cash demand. So if I have a pop-up, like my son, it hits me over the head all the time, and it's never where it's, $20. It's always $200, or $300 that you got to come up with right away. And it's always good to, know that to have that hustle going, I can go out and get rid of some Total Life Changes products and make someone's life better. And at the same time, I've made the money that I need in order to cover a bill and not have to take it from a savings account or, anything that's going to impact my household. So that's the way I look at Total Life Changes and how important retail is. Make sure that you are always ready to thoroughly listen to the person. By the time you ask them that fateful question, hey, what about your health would you like to change? And people will just open up. My goodness, I've had to almost get a chair in Walmart before just because I struck up a conversation with people and they just start opening up about all of their health issues. But you allow them that opportunity to speak. And while they're speaking and telling you, in your mind, you're registering, because you have that knowledge, what the NutriBurst does and what the tea will do and what the NRG, all of the various products. I have arthritis. Immediately, I'm going to think, chaga, and I'm so happy Gano is coming back. I know we didn't mention that. Hooray for Gano coming back, because, I had several customers where their blood pressure actually got so much better. And I know we don't make any medical claims. I always make sure that that's something that I say when I'm retailing as well. But the proof's in the pudding. You just got to give it a try to get off of all the chemical medications. So just making sure that you're very knowledgeable at all times after listening to your potential customers and, being able to educate them. I spend more time educating people on, what they need to do, not just about the Total Life Changes products, but understanding, if you decide to eat a little cleaner, or if you decide to maybe walk for 30 minutes, oh my God, that will make such a tremendous difference. So, it really does help in talking to people, because now I'm not just about pushing off product on them. I am actually concerned about the fact that they're not working out and they're not eating very healthily. So I just explain, if you want to see real results, that's how you do it. It has to be a combination of things. And then I'm an example. I put my poster out there on Facebook, Instagram, where they see me working out, where they see, the food that I'm preparing. So a part of retailing, people want to believe you. And the first thing is they have to actually like you and be able to connect with you. Like, wow, you know what? If she did it, and man, she's really nice. I like her. I really like her. So then they'll come and buy product, or they'll join your team just because of that. So make sure that you're always approachable. Keep a smile on your face. Always, having information, and never just be simply a product pusher. Bam Fam, book a meeting from a meeting. Anytime that you have an opportunity to get before people, make sure that when you wrap that thing up, that you have your next one on point and ready, from somebody in the room. Hey, and offer them incentives. A lot of times people feel like, hey, if I'm going to get something out of it, yeah, I'll host a party. Yeah, I'll do that. No problem. So again, just making sure that you're getting out, and, whatever your schedule is for that day, make sure everywhere you go, even at the gas pump, I've done it, reach around, hi, how are you? People may look at you a little bit crazy, but just keep smiling, and then just have a Blitz card in your hand, and, tell them what you do. And, a lot of times people just open up, they got to stand there anyway and pump gas. So, that's another way just to strike up a conversation while you're doing that. So it's just the simplest things. And then, just educating family around you. I have, my mother is, we tease all the time, but I'm kind of like the pimp, because she is going out and she's a part of the Silver Sneakers. And so she is helping me to reach those that have retired, and they have an activities club. And so that's a whole nother way of getting the information out there. Always continue to share. So intentionally meet 5 to 10 new people every single day. And that is not a problem for me. Also using various sites, one of which I know, I just got an alert on that one a little while ago, but OfferUp, I put them out there, and just keep trying, because sometimes they'll get deleted, sometimes they won't. But in the way that you word things, and I've had some that have actually stuck, and I now have people reaching out to me. I have 4 different people today alone through OfferUp that reached out that want products. So I have them in my schedule for tomorrow. So those are new contacts. So always continue to think about ways that I can reach new people on a daily basis. A lot of people don't really like sampling. I have a schedule. I have a certain amount, depending on what my inventory is, and I've figured out, my regular customers, but just making sure that I have samples out, and I pick and choose. You can tell who's, gonna shuck and jive, and they just looking for something free, and you're never gonna get an order from them. But, that person that you really connect with, they have, several issues, and find that person that's got the biggest mouth, that person that talks a lot, that knows a lot of people. Those are my main ones that I target. Like, hey, what you got going on? Or if they're having some challenges, I'll give them a sample of something and let them try it. And then next thing you know, boom, they've told like 10 or 12 people, and everybody's calling you now. So it's amazing, just, picking and choosing your big mouth people that just love to talk and love to share. So make sure that you identify who those folks are. And again, I keep a cooler with me where I keep the NutriBurst in the cooler, and also other products just right there to where, it's in the car. I don't carry it in everywhere I go. But right in my purse, I always have the tea, the Strike Up and Love, and the NutriBurst minis. Like I said, I keep that in my little cooler that I carry around with me. So again, always be ready. Social media is great. Facebook Live, great, because they get an opportunity to see you in your raw form. I do those, while I'm in workout clothes, no makeup, hair pent up. You're like, wow, you know what? She is real. She's a real person. And then later they may see me all glammed up. So it's not all about, being all fixed up all the time. Yes, I'm going to work out. You're going to see the sweat. You're going to see me, breathing hard. And then you're going to see me fixing some good food. And then I'll share some inspirational things. It's not going to always be about total life changes. So again, just, letting people become relatable to who you are. And just various ways to do that on lots of different social media ways of doing it. But make sure that that's not the only way. You got to get out and talk to people. Drop in, sip and see, and home parties. I know Utoka has had just a drop-in sip and see, had everything set up right there at her front door. People can just stop by, and you have a closed community, friends of friends of friends, and just have people come by quickly, and they can taste the tea or sample the NutriBurst or get some additional information. Very quick way when you have 3 or 4 hours in an afternoon, a Saturday afternoon or a Sunday afternoon, just to have people just come and stop by during X amount of hours. I know a young lady who did that for a Mary Kay party, and it was very successful. She said between the hours of 1 and 6, just stop by. And it turned out to be really a fantastic idea. So that's another way of making sure that you're retailing and getting people exposed to the products. Home parties, our team has already put a plan in place to where we're going to start doing them on a weekly basis. And then, if there's others that can be scheduled during the week, we're going to do those too. To be able to expose as many people as possible. Blitz cards, business cards, very critically important to have your marketing materials in your hand, because the first thing I always get, well, what's in it? A lot of times I'll have the Blitz card that has the product listed there with the ingredients, and then I'm just able to give that to them, and they clearly see it there. And then, those that are going to give you a hard time, I just have this one little saying. I say, well, when you pulled up to the drive-thru, did you ask them what the ingredient was for that hamburger or that hot dog? And I usually ask, well, where'd you eat for lunch today? When they start asking me questions like, well, what's in it? I'll go right in and like, what? And then you put them on the spot, the fact that they did not ask for all of the ingredients. And if they did, they probably, well, I won't even say they would have pushed the bag back through the window, but they probably needed to. So a lot of times, just flipping that thing around and, putting it back on them, put that responsibility back on them to make a healthy choice, and don't question you about, a natural product. Make sure that they are clear that it's all natural products. I know Angie mentioned about, the calendars. Critically important to have that in retailing, because again, you need to know when your customers are going to be running out of product, and you need to make sure that you're following up with them on a regular basis. Working your list, and what's your game plan? Come up with a plan for 30 days, what your daily activity is going to be in retailing. And I can assure you, if you continue to just work it every single day, set aside a certain amount of time, whatever your schedule is, tweak it to make it work for you, and just work those daily activities. And then, you can hold yourself accountable, because the fact that you didn't do whatever it was that you were supposed to do in that day in retailing, and making sure that you're making money on a daily basis from a retail perspective, then it's your own fault, because you know what the activity is that you need to do on a daily basis. Making sure that you have a conference call line already set up. I know my team does, and then making sure that those that come on new, that you have that already set up, so that if you need to get somebody on a three-way, you already have that vehicle right there, if you don't have that service on your phone. So freeconferencecall.com, set that up, making sure that your auto ship is there. I have strategically done my auto ship. In most cases, it's the product that covers me, what I want for myself. But at times, I may increase it because I know certain things are going on. If I have a big event coming up, or something where I'm going to need more products. So you have to plan everything out. One of the tools that I use for retailing as well is Call Multiplier. Fabulous tool. It's www.callmultiplier.com. It's a small fee, $12 I think per month, and then they have different fees depending on how many people you want to add to the list. But for big events like for Sisters Only, I walked away with almost 40 contacts. And then there have been several other events that I've done where 20, 30 people that I just cannot get to, every week. It's got to be a rotational thing so that they hear my voice and that I'm constantly, in their ear, and I'm that, that Queen Bee TLC, I will send out a blast message letting them know, hey, everybody, I got a special going on. And it may just be that I've knocked $5 off of something, but at least, they feel special that they got a call from me, and I'm letting them know what specials and deals that I have going on, or if there's a new product, and, just to quickly be able to send out a mass message to everybody where, I've spoken at that point to 30, 40, 50 people in a day just because I had that tool that sent out the blast message. And I get responses back. People call back. You make sure you leave a number that they can call back to. I use Sideline so that my phone rings differently when I know it's retail. And so it's just a fabulous tool. And there's so many different tracking tools, but that's one that really helps me to stay on top of my my massive customer list and to stay in front of them. And that's pretty much it. Once you start doing your retail and you're getting out in front of people and you're talking to them, and you become relatable, you're sharing who you are, it'll be real easy to get yourself binary qualified and continue to build and grow a team. So that is all that I have from a retail perspective. I know we're going to leave some time at the end for questions. So hopefully, anything that I said, hopefully everybody's been taking notes, and we can circle back and address all of those questions at that time. So at this point, we are actually going to move into the next segment. So Yatoka Robinson, I will turn it back over to you.
All right. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. You dropped nuggets and boulders. Did y'all get all that? I hope y'all had a pen and a piece of paper and writing down all these nuggets that she just gave us. Thank you so much, Ms. Davis, for your presentation. Now, next, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to introduce to you Nicole Nelson. Now, listen, she is a certified financial coach. She has 16 years in the industry. She has to open markets in not only the USA, but Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Trinidad, and Tobago. Oh my goodness. Which means she made something out of nothing. She teaches people around the world how to make money. And guess what? Not only how to make dollar bills, but how to keep those dollar bills in your pocket. She has reached one of the top positions within our company, executive director, within 4 months. She is accustomed to making, oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, she is used to making $10,000 to $15,000 a month. I didn't stutter. I just want to get the marinade for a few seconds there. $10,000 to $15,000 per month. She left corporate America years ago, 13 years ago, to pursue this industry as full-time and is committed to teaching people how to become financially free. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't have your pen and paper out back then a few minutes ago, you need to pull it out right now and get ready for Miss Nicole Nelson. Miss Nelson, are you there?
I think I am. Am I on here? Can you see me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Oh, I can see your beautiful face now. Miss Nelson, you take it away.
Thank you so much. I just got to give it back. You are so phenomenal. And I just look back from last year, where we are today. I just want to hug your neck. I see you on Facebook just doing your thing, 100 pounds down. You just as skinny mini. If you shrink 1 more pound, I don't know what I'm going to do with you. You are so cute. You doing the doggone thing. I'm so proud of you. And then I got to give it back to my sister, Beverly Boyd. I'm just awed by this whole presentation. I swear. When I grow up, I want to be just like you are. You are such a phenomenal leader. I am so glad that I am able to share my team with you. I told them, y'all get caught slipping, because retail, you are the queen of retail. So thank you so much for allowing me to be on this call and my team to be on this call. And I think it's recorded with all these gadgets. I'm trying to look and just see. It's so professional up in here that I'm like, doggone, I swear I got to, and y'all, my team, if y'all on this computer thing, somebody got to get some notes from Miss Davis. You hear me? But I'm not going to hold you long. I'm grateful because y'all, the people that's on this line and who going to listen to it in the future, real talk, we are at the right time. This is the season, you guys, and for both teams to connect, I have always vision is to get retail and recruiting. And if you have someone that knows how to retail, like we have Miss Davis, and she is sharing with us, and I'm about to share some tips I know about closing and recruiting, everybody go win. So I am excited because I know the warfare that has taken place, and I just know that the lesson is here. The turnaround is here. It's our turn, so I'm excited. So let me move on before I get to preaching. But anyway, let's talk about closing, okay? That's what I was called on this call to do, so let's talk about it. So first, I hope you got your pens and paper, and if you don't, get all of this, because on February 4th, we are going to team up again for the vision board party, and we are going to do some more training and really get into detail, do some role playing. So make sure that you watch your email, your texts, and all of that, so you can sign up and be a part of that, and we can really take it to the next level before Valentine's Day. So when we talk about closing, you guys, it's just a few things that I wanted to cover. First, we want to make sure that you know your audience. So I close people wherever I go. So I'm going to talk first about maybe if you just cold marketing, which means if you are at the Walmart or you are at the gym or whatever the case may be. And when you close, you can't just say, hey, how you doing? Do you know anybody that want to lose 5 pounds in 5 days? You got to get to know them. You want to form. And what form means is F for family, O for occupation, R for recreation, and M for message. So you want to start a conversation, because I hear that all the time. What do I say? You know, you just don't want to say or spiel. You want to get to know them. So ask them. Usually when I'm in Walmart and I might be by the rice pilaf, I'm asking, you know, hey, especially if they got on workout clothes, I just strike up a conversation. Girl, you looking good. You getting it in? They say, yeah, I went to the gym or whatever the case may be. And I just start talking to them. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting some things for my kids. If you have kids, talk about your kids. And listen, because they'll open up and start talking about their family. If you're married, talk about you being married. If you're single, talk about being single. So start talking about the family, but just give a one-liner. Don't you have the whole conversation going. Just say, hey, you got kids? My kids is about to get off the bus at 3:30. They will talk and tell you, well, how old are your kids? Get them talking, because you want them to like you. Get them talking about their job. What you do for a living? You seem pretty sharp. Let them talk about their occupation. And then you just ask them, do you like it or you don't like it? You know, and they'll tell you, I hate that job. I got all these hours. I'm not making no money. Those are all good points that you are putting in your database, your mind, saying, oh, let me get ready. Then the recreation is like what you do for fun. You work all the time. Well, what are you doing for fun? Where do you go? I love to travel. They'll tell you from when they traveled, how they traveled, if they like working now, they'll tell you. Just you got to be a good listener, and then you give the message, and then the message can come back around on how that's where the closing come in. Whatever they said, you put it all together like a good paragraph and say, I know you said you work long hours, and I know you don't have enough time for your kids. What if there's a way that I can show you? Are you interested, or do you know anybody? Most of the time I take it away from people and I say, do you know anybody? And that usually will close the deal. But by the time I'm laughing and giggling, you can't be fake. You got to be genuine and really talk about, you know, what's going on. You got to make the whole conversation about them. We'll go over forming later on a later training. But I hear that all the time. What do I say? And I've been looking at my team. They'll just shower hose you. Hey, you know anybody? Now, wait a minute. You don't even know their name. So you want to be able to, you know, get to know them and see, you know, make it about them what their need is, especially if they start talking about their health issues, you know. And we know that we can't make medical claims like Beverly said, but we know that a lot of our products have helped so many people, and you use your story, use your testimony, and be able to share that information with them. Also, we also want, once you find out the need, that's so easy because then you can close the deal around whatever their need is. Usually it's money or weight loss. And when it's weight loss, it's real easy because I have my own weight loss testimony and story. I can just like, girl, let me show you. And I show them me, but for some reason, I say this all the time, I don't get as much results. Even tonight, I had people over tonight that I was sharing the opportunity with before this call, and they looked at me, and that was great, but I always have to go ahead and show the picture of my bestie. And they was like, oh, wow. And I was like, hey, you know, what about me? And it just breaks the ice. You know, because Angela, who was on the call before, that's my bestie, and she was transformation queen. So I just use her. Y'all can just use, you can use me, you can use her, you can use anybody, because I sure use Beverly Toka. I use you when you get your workout on the Facebook Live. So just use a story, and it really works, and just show them and kind of relate, because for some reason they ain't that big. So I'm like, okay, no problem, look at this. What? You know, when I show Angie, I pimp her all the time. So you can pimper too, but it worked. Okay, so you want to just be able to just listen to what their needs are and go from there, and really just be sincere, because they don't care how much you know, but you want them to know how much you care. Okay, so let's just get personal and really get sensitive. That's just people that you don't know. But the real important thing is you have to find out what their personality is. Now, I can't wait till the 4th. We had big plans before that snowstorm. Yeah. We're going to talk about these personality traits. And I know people get tired of it, but I'm telling you, I close more deals at 98% is my closing ratio, because I know the personality, talking that language, and closing that language. If you know what type of personality that you're dealing with, and this doesn't have nothing just to do with your home-based business, it could be with your supervisor, it could be with your husband, it could be with your children. If you know their personality, you will come at them different. If you know, sometimes I don't have the patience, just to be honest. But if you know their personality, you can start talking in that language. So we're going to talk about just a little bit, because there are 4 different personalities that I usually study, and we call them gems. And one is a pearl, one is a emerald, one is a sapphire, and one is a ruby. And we're talking to a pearl. You want to just be open and transparent, talk real slow, be real, and just kind of relate. When you talk to the emerald, you want to be detailed, you want to explain your why, and we're really result driven. A sapphire, you want to keep it fun, you want to keep them engaged, and you really want to be entertaining. Now, the ruby, you want to get straight to the point. You want to challenge them and make it all about them. Okay, so once you figure that out, and we'll role play at a later time, you know, but that's really has helped me with so many things. I mean, even to the upgrade in my room on Saturday when we was in Raleigh, to just everything, because you just find out who they are, just be sincere. Find their personality, talking that language, and closing that language. That's really my main thing when it comes to closing, okay? So with that being said, let's go a little bit further. I'm going to give you a few tips. Now, I'm going into, if you have a transformation party, on what I have seen. When you are closing out a party, I tell my group all the time, I say, listen, team, no matter what, have people that's stationed. I don't care if you got to be the stalker by the door, but don't let anybody leave, because when they walk out that door and you haven't talked to them or tried to close the deal, 50% of your closing ratio decrease, okay? So you want to just stop them. And if I can't get to them, Beverly can't get to them, Token can't get to them, you just, I don't care if you got to sit on them, but don't let them leave, okay? So you want to make sure that, yeah, we hold them hostage, but it's okay, because you want to get that credit card information and put them in the system right away, okay? So literally I'm asking, you know, they usually say there's 3 types of people here: customer, entrepreneur, affiliate, or we know that it's a customer or entrepreneur. Whatever you say, you want them to make a decision. Sometimes as females, we get so caught up, and it's hard to make decisions, or they need to check with their husband, or the husband just ready to sign up, and then they haven't talked to their wives. It's a lot of different things. So listen to the objectives on why. But most of the time, it's just that we don't know what we want. We don't know what we're doing. We scared, and we think, oh, a business. So get the concerns kind of out the way, and just be sincere and take time out. I know sometimes we there all night long, but I close deals. And we trying to get it quick, but when you do it quick and you're not personal, you don't build. This is network marketing that yes, we need to work, but we also need to network. We need to be family. We are a family-based team business. So I want to make sure that I kind of interview people, because I don't want everybody around me and around my family, around my kids. And what's so great about this your own business, you can say no. If they crazy, don't sign them up, because they're going to be around your team and they're going to represent you. So you could just interview them and just try to fill them out. Everybody trying to sign people up. I was like, no, I told you they was crazy at the door. But no, you want to get that little check. And now what? Now we on cray. They Facebooking y'all, talking all crazy about you. Take them out. Make sure you know who these people are. I'm just saying. Okay? So anyway, you want to help them make a decision. And we want to stress the timing. So this is something that I usually say. I kind of just tell them, you want to show the value of what we have in front of us. And the value is, you want to talk about, we already established in 125 different countries. You got to talk about the time and being in the States for 3 years. We want to talk about, if you in Charlotte, how we ground floor and, we are growing by leaps and bounds, and about getting in position. You want to talk about we the number one compensation plan voted by the people. You want to give the emeralds in the room some details and some facts, and not tell them Google it if you don't got nothing to do. And especially with the products, which is so great because we natural. Google it. Look on the back. If you like me and you ain't deep, just Google it. So I kind of give them the value of what's going on, but more importantly, I tell them, I always break it down as an elevator ride, and I stress the timing, because if you have somebody that's trying to get me, remember, we're teams. So we do a lot of placements on our team. And I just say, now, you wait till tomorrow, you go come up short, because like tonight, I said, okay, I'm going to give y'all at 11:30, because if you get in before this person, then they might be on the same elevator. So I really stress the timing is so important about getting in, because we have a big event happening on Thursday. Our team events is every Thursday. So we really push and get in position before Nicole get there on the team event, and we go make some things happen. You only can go on 2 sides with my team, so you might as well get in position. So I really stress the importance of timing, okay? And then I find out what their concern is. So usually it's money, but it might not be. So if it is money, I break down what the money look like. Now, again, as Itoka said, I am a financial coach, so everything I can save you 5 cents. So usually I break down the money. So I would say, if it's, well, I don't have no money right now. Well, I'm just gonna get the pack of tea, 4 packs of tea. Well, for me, and I tell my team, 4 packs of tea is a customer, and that's great. You can be a customer, but I don't think you're in position to be a business owner just because of the 4 packs of tea. Now, don't get me wrong, a lot of people that got 4 packs of tea and have did big things. But just from my experience, I'm looking for, and it's so great because it's your business. You can enroll people however you want to. It's your business. I just don't enroll people on 4 packs of tea. But I break them down, because I always say, how are you going to own a Macy's with 1 pair of jeans that you go already wear? It's already free to come in. You're just paying for your $35 business kit. So at least get more than 1 pair of jeans. And 4 packs of tea is 1 pair of jeans that you're wearing. Okay, so I break that down, and then I break down the minimum pack starts at 10 packs for the 112, and it can go all the way up to 1,500. If you invest a little, you make a little, and you invest a lot, you make a lot. But once I find out their needs before I even get to the pack, I already know they got high blood pressure. I already know they want to lose weight. I already know that they want to be greater than they are in the bedroom. So I already got in my mind a package already for them, and then I downscale, if that's too much. So I really break down, especially if it's finances, 10 packs of tea. And I tell them, okay, because my main goal is if I can get my team to generate income right away, they go stay.
Mhm.
If we can get them, your customers or your prospects, your new IBOs on the product, and it works and they see results, they go stay. If they see results and a check, it's a no-brainer. Okay. So I usually break down and give them a scenario. If it's financial, if you have 10 packs of tea, you go keep 4 for the month, and you could sell the other 6 for $20 each, which is $120. And not only that, you getting that investment back. You only paid $112 plus your kit. So see, that makes a whole lot more sense than it's not a scared issue. Okay. And then I break down, well, if you want to do the weight loss kit, like what I did, and I always use Angie, we bought the weight loss kit when it was the 2 I don't know what it's called now, but the 2 resolution, the 2 NRGs, and the 10 packs of tea. And I said it's a natural product. I knew that I was going to cheat on the weight loss, so I needed it twice. So I pushed that also. So you can kind of say whatever you want to say, but always break down the value of why. If you get a 500 pack, that's $250 going back on the bonus start, the fast start bonus. So it's a lot of different ways, but I show them the value of what they can make coming back. Okay. Now, once we do sign up, even if they own that 10 pack, you got to come on that auto ship on 120. Okay. And this is how I do that. I know that people finances are everywhere, but when you get on the auto ship with 3 products, again, we talked about the Macy's store. When you have 3 products on your auto ship, now you're talking about their need. We know that they're going to start their product, and it's so crazy because my team, that they are on a 3 product auto ship, they selling their auto ship. I'm like, well, I want you to take your product. They selling their auto ship, and then they end up ordering items, as a customer for their own gain. So you definitely want to sign people up on a 120-point auto ship or 3 products, because not only that, you are product to product. You'll be able to share your testimony. You'll be able to sell it and make not only just the 50%, but you're also making a commission. And then you're leading by example. Now, another reason why I think our compensation is the best compensation, because you don't have to do this by yourself, even if you're not good at it. I'm not sure really how you do this, but I just know your spirit. So I know you watch out for your team. So I'm just going to overstep here. We place people so they can win. Yeah. And if for what we do on Team No Excuses, if you have 3 products or 120-point auto ship, I'm automatically, because now I know we on the same page, you are entrepreneur, I'm automatically placing people that I recruit up underneath you. I don't even look at the 40-point, because they're customers. They're still trying it out. This is my IBOs. They're still trying it out. They're still trying to see if they like it, if this is what they want to do. They tiptoeing with it. When you at 120 and it's Thursday night and I'm placing people up underneath you, I'm looking at 3 products. I'm looking at 120. My upline is looking at 120, and that's how we stick with the 120. Not to even mention that commission is going up all the way from the bottom to the ground, so everybody wins. Okay, so that's how we do it, and that's how we really promote the placements. Okay, now another thing, our products work, and when you get 3 items, you're a believer. If you use the products, they work, and you're a believer. So you want to make sure not only are you using the products, but your loved ones are using the products too, so they can get on auto ship. Especially, I just love all this information that Beverly gave us about retail. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's such a superstar in that area. And I hope y'all were taking notes, because to get customers and on auto ship, that is just phenomenal. So we're going to start doing that. But my main goal is when you bring an IBO in, because anybody can bring people in, but we want them to work. We want them to stay in. So it's my goal to make sure I put a check in my team's hand within the 7 days. And what I mean by that is I make sure even on our application, we have a GPS date and a transformation party date on the application. If they can't give me a date where they're going to, a GPS date, the game planning session going over the back office, if they can't give me that date and give me a party date, then we're going to wait to sign you up, because you're not serious. You're still a customer. When they give you a party date and it's within that 7 to 10 days, And now you got a commitment from them, you got a commitment from you, and they go in because you know that somebody's going to buy a product, or that they are going to be able to bring in a new business owner and then be a binary qualified. So right out the door, set them up to win. Don't set your new IB up. Okay, well, give me your list later. Okay, well, I'll call you. We're too busy. Take care of all of that before they leave. When they fill out the application, so they know I am holding you accountable. Next week we having your party? Okay, great. And the person that signed them up, if they real new, that's going to put your new person, your new IBO right in the swing of things and making them swim along with you, okay? So the last thing, if they say, okay, I don't have no money to start, okay, that's fine. Still pick a party day. Don't say, okay, and leave. No, that ain't what we do. If they say, I don't have the money right now, I understand, and you relate to whatever they're talking about. But you still want to give them a party date and give them one of the things that they want. Because remember, you already found out what their need was. So if they say, I just want tea, great. You have a party, I'll give you a pack of tea for free. Or I just want that NutriBurst, great. You have a party, and we'll give you the NutriBurst for free, or give you a $20 sample, or whatever the case may be. Whatever they want, give it to them, because you want them to have a party and tap into their market. So what happens when they have a party, okay? Well, I don't want to have a party not coming into business. Well, one, you go expose your product, and 9 times out of 10, somebody of their friends going to want to do the business, and it's going to motivate the one that didn't have the money. See, they'll have the money. They'll find the people do what they want to do, and they'll find the money if the value is there. If you see that their friend is about to join your weight loss challenge or want to be a part of the team, and they're not in position, it's very rare that they say, I'm not going to do it. Okay, so make sure if they don't have the money, still plan the date, still give them something, for getting their friends together, and let them see how they go miss their commission. And I'm sure they'll get in position, but explain what position means so they don't miss the mark and their friend get in before them. Okay, so you definitely want to negotiate the timing of the placement. Okay, and remember, when people are ready to go, it's easy, but it's important. When people are ready to go, you need to sign them up immediately. I know that you might have things going on, you might got something to do, but if they are ready, when you say I'm gonna call you back, 50%, just remember, 50% of the time when they walk out the door, you go lose them, because they go ask their mama, they go ask their cousin and them. That tea don't work. On their way home, they all excited. Girl, I'm about to do this business. Oh God. Their family and close family and friends will knock them out the business. And when you call them, you the telemarketer, and now you can't reach them. And I hear it all the time. Well, they said they were going to call me with their credit card when they got home. You'll be calling them for 2 weeks and they don't answer. If they're ready and they serious, I stop them. Well, let's get your credit card down. Let's go ahead and get this out the way. And even if you can't put them in the system that night, I don't know why you can't. But if something happens, you want to make sure that you put them first thing this morning, because they can have their tire blow out and call you back and say, hey, I need that money back. And then before you know it, you don't got no IBO, because they just scared. It's called buyer remorse. I do it sometimes myself. I'm like, I'm taking this back. I should not spend that money. That's what we do when it comes about getting into a business, because people are really scared about this. Is a safe move to start a business and to walk out on, themselves, and believe in themselves. So they need the encouragement and they need the focus. Please close your deal. If you get the credit card information, put it in right away. If they are saying they're in, you have to go a step further. But let's get your credit card information out the way. Okay? I think I might have covered everything. Well, maybe not everything, but I think I covered enough. I'm really excited about in February, so we can really get personal for the people that show up, Beverly, and our leaders. I can't wait to just be in my pajamas, writing down everything you tell me about call, multiply, and what all that are, the sip and see, and all kinds of stuff. And listen, T, no excuses. Don't you call me talking about what she said, because y'all should have been writing it down. But I mean, the offer of all kinds of stuff. I just can't wait to be all our pajamas on getting that ready. So I'm excited. Thank you again for your time. Thank you for allowing us to be on the call. And listen, if you want to do this any other time, I just love it. I'm not gonna be as deep with these PowerPoints, but just call me and we just get this thing cracking and moving. Okay.
Sounds wonderful.
Love you, sis. Love you guys.
Love you. Love you. All right, yeah, Toka. Did we lose Toka?
Oh, I am here. Thank you so much. Wow. Miss Nelson.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I'm gonna need some more paper, and my pen ran out. So I'm gonna listen. Thank you so much for all the valuable information that you have given us on this evening. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, you now know how to recruit. You now know how to retail. Listen, just like Miss Nelson's team is called No Excuses, we shouldn't have any excuses, right? We have all the tools that we need. All you need is a made-up mind. This evening, ladies and gentlemen, let's hit that reset button. We've had our training call. Listen, does anybody have any questions? We're going to open it up real quick for questions. Does anybody have any questions? Go ahead and unmute your phones and answer your question. Ask your questions, please.
I'm wondering, how do you unmute your line? You just, I guess people know how to.
So click the, there should be a microphone on the bottom. There should be a microphone.
Okay.
I'm just scrolling through. It doesn't look like, well, it's just a couple of people that have their phones on mute. So, yeah.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions?
I do.
Okay, please take it away.
Hi, this is Charmy. I have a question about the lady that just got off. Is she still on the line?
Ms. Nelson?
Yes, I couldn't hear. What did she say? Wait, let me see. I need to turn the volume on. What did she say?
I couldn't take my headphones off. Hold on a second. Okay, my question is, you said something about not letting the person, the customer leave at the booking party. This is what I wrote down. When you have a party, is it okay to ask the customer if she wants like some product or whatever? She says, well, I don't have any money at the time. Or she might say, well, I don't have the whole amount for the product. Is it okay for you to ask the customer to put something down on it, like $5 or $10, and then when she comes back, or when you book the party for her for the next event, she can get the rest, pay the rest at her booking party?
Yes, I have done that several times. That's a great game plan. They said that you have to just kind of feel them out and kind of know if they just shooting the breeze or if they're serious. But usually if they give you, people that are serious, they said, okay, I got $30. They'll give you dates. They're like, I got $30 today. I'm going to get 15 on Tuesday. And I'm going to have the whole amount of, once you find out their needs, so let's say their packet is the weight loss packet. I have things broken down. Okay, when can you pay this? When can you pay that? And if they're giving you a payment, the main thing is keep them engaged. Okay, and I tell them, if you give me a down payment, you're not getting that back. But this is not something that I do for everybody. This is an exception. So if you're giving me a down payment, you are serious, and I'm gonna put your party date down because I'm gonna be serious with you. And even if they have a party, make sure you book their party within 7 days of that down payment, and tell them, sometimes I let them, if they have a party and those are their customers at that party, they can make their profit to still come in that way too. It just depends on, you got to know their character. It just depends on what you decide. But absolutely, I have done that several times, and it have worked out every single time. But I do let them know they're not getting their money back when they put their deposit down. So
I love that part.
Yes.
Okay, I have another question. I just wrote some questions down. How can you get customers to, how can you lead them to your website?
Is that for Beverly?
No, you.
Okay, so I always remember I'm the recruiter. So if you're saying customer, that's probably a Beverly question. I always recruit and backtrack, and this is why y'all so blessed. And Beverly retails and recruit. So what I usually do, instead of going to the website, and I think, Beverly, don't you got it all fancy? See, I still use the regular TLC website. We don't talk about the website. I got to talk about what their need is. So. And usually when people go to my website, I have learned that they mess up. They'll join and they really want to be a customer. I don't know how they clicked the wrong button. So I usually go to the website for them and find out what their need is. And I don't want to be the telemarketer to say, did you place your order? Did you get your credit card? Did you? And then sometimes when it's on your iPad, it mess up and they charge you twice. So I rarely let people go to the website. People that order on the website, they didn't got it off my business card, and they haven't came to me first. They just automatically did it. So I'm really I'm a hands-on person. It's time consuming, but I'm really walking them through when it comes to anything that comes with finance, especially if they place an order. Because when they place the wrong thing, and then we got to call customer service, and then they call in and I might lose them in the down in the paperwork. So I usually go to my own website and place the order and let them do a paper trail. If they want to order, I let them do an order form, and I usually go to the website.
Mm-hmm.
Beverly, did you do something different?
No, and you're absolutely right, because I've actually had somebody do that before where they made a mistake. Very rarely, I'll send them to the Go TLC diet site that TLC has for us. And, it just has a nice video. If they want to go somewhere, then on that page you can capture. It's like a lead capture page, and you can capture their information. So in the back office under resources, you can go through the steps of setting up your GoTLCdiet.com site / whatever name you want to set up for yourself. And they get an opportunity to see the video, to learn a little bit about the products. You capture their information because they'll fill in their name, phone number, I think maybe address, and then you get an email with that lead's information. But rarely do I include my IBO link to the TLC site, because you're right, a lot of times they will mess that up. And I do the same thing. I have the paper copies, or either it's just a simple, I just want to buy the products. I'm not interested in going to the site. I don't want to have to pay to have it shipped to me, blah, blah, blah. So, I'll just sell to them right then and there. And I, make sure I have my receipt book, and, so that they get a copy of a receipt right there on the spot. But yeah, I agree. Sending people directly to your site may not be the best opportunity, other than just on your business cards when they see that and you're nowhere around, and they just want to go, and they're tech savvy and they can go to the site and place orders. But that's usually that hasn't happened to me as much as me having the hands-on with people. Any more questions, Charmy?
All right. Anybody else have any questions?
No,
Please
thank
feel
you.
free to
Thank
ask
you.
them.
Thank you.
Thank you, Charmy, for your questions. I'm pretty sure that someone else had the same question. I know one of those questions I had myself. So thank you so much for asking those questions. Anybody else on the line have any questions or ideas? Right. Well, Ms. Davis, I'm going to pass it back to you to close out the call. Ladies and gentlemen, I have really enjoyed all of us being on the line on this evening. So thank you. And Ms. Davis, I'll let you take it away.
All right. Thank you all so very much. And Miss Nelson, I just cannot wait to put our heads together some more so that we can, you know, join forces and going forward and doing some great things across the board. So thank you so much. And Team No Excuses for being here this evening. Greatly appreciate everybody. So thank you all so much. I'm going to close us out with our affirmations that our fearless leader, Stormy Wellington, shares at the end of all of her calls. So again, thank you all so much. I will hear the voice of the Holy Spirit within. I will lead and not follow. I will create and not destroy. I am a force for good. I set new standards. I defy the odds. I am a leader. I am the head and not the tail. I am above and not beneath. I am the lender and not the borrower. I am loved by God. I am chosen by God. I am protected by God. No weapon formed against me shall prosper, and every tongue that rises against me in judgment shall be condemned. I am a champion. Everything I touch turns to gold. It's my season. It's my turn. I am humble. I am happy. I am wealthy. I am strong. I am a champion. Thank you all so very much this evening. This concludes our training, and please do not hesitate to reach out to any of us if there are any questions. Thank you all. Bye-bye. Have a good evening.
Bye.
Night.
Good night.